Please welcome British Member of Parliament, the Right Honourable Joan Ryan.
As a member of the British Parliament, I am proud to be with you all today. I am proud to be a Zionist, Thank you. I'm proud to be a staunch supporter of the world's only Jewish state, and I am proud to be chair of Labour Friends of Israel. A group in the Parliament that promotes support for a strong relationship between Israel and Britain. Over the past 4 years, Britain's Labour Party, of which I've been a member for 40 years, has been transformed. Once a close friend of Israel and an unwavering ally of British Jews, it has been taken over by the far left. It is now, despite the best efforts of some decent members, riddled with anti-Semitism. It now seeks to demonize and delegitimize Israel. It's now led by a man who proudly declares Hamas and Hezbollah to be his friends. I would never have believed just 3 years ago that the party which backed a Jewish homeland, even before the Balfour Declaration, would have sunk so low, so fast. And so, along with 8 other members of Parliament, we made a choice. We decided that words were simply not enough. We walked away from the Labour Party. Why did I, a non-Jewish friend of Israel, travel to your conference to tell you this? I did so to remind you that things can change quickly. To remind you that we must stay on our guard, and to remind you that we must stand our ground. We must condemn anti-Semitism and anti-Zionism unequivocally, wherever we find it, whenever we find it. We must always call out politicians, from whatever side of the aisle, who question Israel's right to exist and engage in vile anti-Semitic tropes about the loyalties of British or American Jews to their countries. I served as a minister under Tony Blair, and I saw that sticking to your convictions isn't always popular, but it is always right. When I announced my decision to leave the Labour Party, I received an unprecedented torrent of abuse and hate mail. So too have many of my Jewish friends and colleagues. But those threats only strengthen my resolve. Threats won't stop me doing my job. Threats won't stop me standing by British Jews against the far left and the far right. And let me tell you, threats won't stop me standing up for Israel. Why? Because I never forget that Israel is not just a Jewish state, but a democratic state in a neighbourhood where democracies are few and far between. Because it is a state with the rule of law in a region not blessed with an abundance of independent courts, and because it is a country where Christians, Muslims and Jews are free to practice their faith in an area where many nations still practice religious intolerance. We should support Israel, not just because it is Jewish, but because the values which underpin it are worthy of our support. I am a former teacher. I always told my students, never give in to a bully. And I can tell you, I never will. That's why I made a stand, spoke out, and took action. And that's what I'm going to keep on doing. So to you, the members of AIPAC, who serve on the front lines to ensure that Israel remains our cherished friend and ally, I deliver this message from your friends in Britain. Thank you for your support for Israel. Let us stand together, proud of each other and proud of Israel in the battles that lie ahead. Thank you.